In this video, we're going to look at how to synchronize. In this video, we're going to look at how to synchronize audio and video. That is, to stick them together so that they both play out in perfect sync and we have high quality video and high quality audio in our edit. Now, you might be wondering, why do we need to do this? Why does it not just come out of the camera with good audio already on it? Well, the thing is, cameras are unsurprisingly great at video, but they're never very good at audio. We always use a separate audio recording device to capture our audio alongside our video, and this audio device might be an MCR, a memory card recorder, it could be a battery belt, or it could be something bigger and more complex depending on the scale of your production. So we're going to take a look at how we do this within Resolve. Now, if we start from the master bin, our exercise for this lecture is going to take place in Scene 1, Jim Day, and in the audio bin down here. Now, it's good practice to work in small batches when you are synchronizing video and audio, because if I just take a quick look at the rushes bin here, look at all of this, and this is a relatively simple independent short film. So I want to bring clusters of, let's say, 10 video, 10 audio, or 15 of each into a separate bin that I use for synchronizing, because it's just going to be a lot easier to methodically work my way through without getting lost or without accidentally missing anything or leaving anything out. So we want to synchronize audio, which means we want to open up our waveform monitor. We do that in the top right by clicking the audio symbol, which we turned off previously. And then where it says meters, to the right it also says waveform, and we will click that. Now these clips have not yet been renamed. So if I left click, I want to look at the clapperboard, and I do want to rename these. This is important. We don't want to just keep these with their raw file names. So I will click it again, and I'm just going to call this 01, which is scene 1, dash 14 dash 01. The naming convention I generally use for simple short projects is to just mimic the clapperboard on every clip. I know this is scene 1, shot 14, take 1. And I'm going to do this with the other clips quickly as well. So this is 14.2. And this is 014.3. And then I need to do the same with the audio. Now, if we click on one of these clips, it will show up in the preview monitor. But if I click on audio, it will show up in the waveform monitor instead. I need to play this through. And this is the clip for 14, take 1. And this is take 2, but let's just double check. Okay, 01, 14, 02, and by process of elimination, it's always good to check and be sure, but I know that this is correct. So I've now named my clips up here. So now let's take a look at how to automatically synchronize video and audio together in DaVinci Resolve. This is a good method to use for small numbers of clips at once. If you try and do like 100 clips, it will fail and it will be very difficult to parse and keep track of. So let's just do one pair for the time being. I'm going to select 14.1 and select the audio for 14.1, and then I'm going to right click one of them, and then I'm going to choose Auto Sync Audio. And then the option I want is based on waveform. What this will do is it will look at the waveform on the audio file and the waveform on the audio of the video that the camera also captured, and it will try to synchronize them. It will try to match them up. Then it will replace the clip's original audio with our high quality audio from, in this case, a memory card recorder. I just left click and it will do that automatically. Now, if I click on this clip, You can tell it's been synchronized a few different ways. If I play it now, you can see that the waveform is also moving, as well as the video. Also, because I'm in list mode, and if you're not in list mode, remember we've got icon, metadata, and list over here, I can drag this grey scroll bar over until I spot the synced audio metadata column, and it will have a name in here, and that will tell me the file name of the audio I have synced to this video clip. So this is how I tell I've got some audio stuck to this clip. So now let's go and check the clapperboard. It should sync up. That's good. And now the acid test. Let's check the dialogue.
Come on, Wayne, maintain the tempo.
Good. So now we have a clip with some audio synchronized to it. And this is the easiest way of doing this in Resolve. So just to recap, select the two items, right-click one of them, auto sync audio based on waveform. Dead easy. It will not always work. It's not pluralize. It's very good. It's not perfect. You always have to manually check by playing it through like we just did. And sometimes you just have to do it by hand. This isn't going to do everything instantly for you. Now, if you want to synchronize a load of clips at once, you just select them all, including their audio, and then you do the same thing. And Resolve will try to sort each one out and pair it up with its corresponding audio file. And it's pretty good at doing this, but the reason we want to work in batches of 10 to 15 is that it does go wrong, it will fail, it can occasionally stick the wrong thing to the wrong clip. So working in small batches makes this the most efficient because it will fail least often that way. So now we know how to automatically sync audio and video in DaVinci Resolve. Now that I've done this, I want to be methodical. I want to make sure that I'm not going to trip up over the files I've already dealt with. I'm going to go over here, right-click, and make a new bin. And I'm going to call this new bin Synced Audio. Notice when I do that, these clips will change order over here because I've got it sorted by clip name. So now we have two things with the same name, they'll appear in pairs. You could click off and click on again, and then it will make this a little bit easier to navigate because it will pair everything up, but it doesn't really bother me. I know that I've just synced 1.14.01. I'm going to drag the audio into the synced audio folder. And that's just going to get it out of the way. I'm not going to accidentally sync it to anything else. I'm not going to feed it into the automatic sync feature by accident and maybe confuse it that way. It just gets it out of the way. It's just good to be organized and methodical whilst we're doing this. And now that I've got 14.01 synced, I'm going to drag that into my rushes folder because that's where synced up rushes go. And back in the audio folder we go. So that's how we synchronize audio and video using the automatic feature within Resolve. Next, we're going to look at how to do this manually. And it's very, very easy to do. It's much quicker than in Premiere Pro, actually. So a lot of the steps are similar. I'm going to open up the video. Now, what I want to find is where the clapperboard closes. And if you've ever wondered why the clapperboard claps, it's to give us a very distinct and artificial sound cue we can use to sync our sound up in post. That's the entire purpose of the clapperboard making the noise, because nothing else sounds like it. It's easy to hear and you're not going to mistake it for anything else. So I want to find where the clap just starts, and that's usually, we're using the wrong buttons entirely, that's usually just before the limbs appear to meet. There, that's when the noise just starts. And now I want to open up the corresponding audio file, and I want to find the clap of the clapperboard. Okay, that's not it. That's somebody rubbing a mic by accident. That's the clapperboard. You can't mistake it. And I just want to go to where the noise first starts, and it's just there. Now I can use the left or right arrows to go backwards and forwards by one frame at a time. And I'm just going to do that. So I'm now at the same point in the video in my preview monitor and in the audio in my waveform monitor. So I want to stick them together at this point, and then they're going to be in perfect sync throughout. And that's dead easy to do. Now, I just want to make sure that they're in the right place. And I'm going to click this chain icon. And that will link this video in the preview monitor and this audio in the waveform monitor together. Now, when I play, we can see that the waveform and the video is moving, and once again, we will check the dialogue.
Come on, Wayne, maintain the tempo.
Excellent. So we now have manually synced audio and video together. And if we want to unsync it for any reason, we just click the chain link again. You can also do that with something that was synced using the automatic feature as well. So now we know what to do. We put our synced audio in the synced audio bin so it doesn't get under our feet, and we put our synced rush, now that we know it's correct, into the rushes folder. And that leaves us with one last file. Now I want you to take care of this last file however you like. You can do whichever you like. I advise you to try both. Honestly, just get used to the process. You are going to be doing this a lot in your own edit projects, so I didn't need to give you hundreds and hundreds of clips to do from scratch because it would be a waste of your time. You're going to get ample opportunity to practice doing this. Believe me, it's pretty much the first one of the first steps you take in one of these projects. So go ahead and synchronize these two items any way you like, and then when you are done with that,